Hello and welcome to the Annuity Show. I'm your host, Betsy Hume, and I'm so excited to be joined by Elise Roberts. She is the expert behind the book, A Journey to Financial Security. We're going to talk about how to figure out whether an annuity or another option might be best for your retirement planning strategy. Elise, I'm so excited to dive into this one because I think it's one of the big questions behind an annuity, right? People think, well, I don't know if annuity is right for me. So what would you say, who do you think best tends to benefit from an annuity?
Everyone is different.
Sure.
However, the best fit for an annuity is if you have money and you know that you want to make sure that some of that money lasts forever. There's the number one. Yes, we need an annuity that has lifetime of income and, of course, increasing income. The other thing is I no longer can stomach the market because it just goes up and it goes down, and
it's
I'm
crazy.
going to retire and I'm going to retire in 2 years or 5 years, or I'm retiring next week. It's time to stop taking all that risk.
Yeah.
Because now we have to make sure your money does last your lifetime.
Yeah.
So, and that doesn't mean you can't have some risk, but we have to figure out which portion is best for an annuity and which portion is best to leave where it is or reposition. And some people come to me at retirement and say, I've made my wealth. I don't need any risk. And that's really good too. But then there's other things you can do for safety, and the lifetime of income is really just the annuity. If you don't have a pension, here's basically what lifetime of income is. It's your pension plan, it's your Social Security. And if you like those two things, you like annuities. People say, but I don't like annuities. Well, why not? They really don't understand what they don't like. It's what they've heard.
Yes, of course.
So you really have to understand why you're doing it and where are you in your life? What matters the most at this point? And if you need a certain amount of money to cover your bills, knowing they're going to have increases as well,
of course,
we have to position some of that money to fix that part, just to cover that part. Then you can take the risks with the other. Some people come to me and say, I'm done with risk. Well, then I suggest you keep some other safe investments. And whether it's another advisor or a bank, where you have some CDs and money markets. So those are other really safe accounts. But they can't do what annuities do.
Right.
They're not going to give you the income for life.
Yeah.
They're not going to give you the opportunity, in a fixed index, to make money if the market is positive and not lose it if the market goes down. That is one of the greatest benefits of the newer fixed indexed annuities, because there's so many other features. You can get more money out. You can like your rate in the middle of the year and lock it. And if someone's listening to this and they're thinking, I've never heard of that, it's new.
Yeah.
You haven't heard of it. It may take several years for most other advisors who try to do everything to even get wind of it and then figure it out. We've been figuring this out and learning how the process works for the past 2.5 years. So it's really now is like, oh, I've got this. And this is how this works. It wasn't simple. It was something we had to figure out how to share it with someone in a simple way. The other thing that I had to do was change my process in my office for those opportunities to lock rates in the middle of the year. And one of the changes is, well, we used to just see you once a year to review and make decisions. And now I'm setting my calendar to check your account every quarter.
Wow.
I have to peek and just see, is it growing? Do we want to lock it? Do we want to keep writing? And so I do that, and I send a message to the client, and this is my little process, is we're good, we haven't grown above this number, or hey, this is the number, would you like to lock it or would you want to wait? And they might say, call me back next month. That's an easy fix. We have a calendar system that automatically flags every account now.
I love that.
It's a little extra work, but that's what we're here for.
And so it seems to me, with all of the different kinds of annuities, and especially the ever-evolving annuities, it seems to me like there would probably be an annuity that would fit almost any person. Do you think there is anyone out there that is not a good fit for an annuity?
I would say if someone, let's say you're older, let's say you're in your 70s and you have a limited amount of income, you're living on your Social Security, and you have maybe 50 or 60,000, maybe 100, and that's all you really have outside. I wouldn't recommend tying that up in an annuity.
Okay, sure.
And I will tell someone that. And that's going to protect them.
Yeah.
And I've had this happen where someone went somewhere else when I told them that this is why they shouldn't. They've come back to me and said, I need your help. I went somewhere, they talked me into it, I did it, and I may not be able to help someone out of that. So please, if if I tell you that it's really not right, this is what I do.
Yeah.
It's not, just know that it's for your own best interest.
Of course,
Yes.
of course. Well, let me ask you this. Can annuities be layered with other strategies like a Roth conversion or dividend?
I love that question because I have a new client, and they have a portion of their money's in IRAs, and it's a smaller portion, but it's a pretty good number, but it's a smaller portion of their whole portfolio. And what we're doing is there's companies that actually give you bonuses, and people listening to the show, bonuses are all for different reasons. So don't think just because you had a bonus that did this and it didn't do that. Every bonus has a purpose, and you don't want it just to get it. You want it because it's going to do what you want.
Right.
And there's ties to it. There's a string on that bonus most of the time.
Always, yeah.
So you have to be careful. And there's some without the string. Okay, that's your money. You can walk away with it. So it's important to know what your bonuses are doing. But bonuses are greatest for converting IRAs to Roth. So let's say you have an IRA, and you are in your 60s. And you know at age 73 or 75, their government's going to force you to start taking RMDs, the required minimum distribution. That's the greatest time to just turn on the income, because now we know that it will never run out.
Right.
Because you have to pay it anyway. But what if you don't want to pay tax on that money later, because we don't know the tax, what it'll be in 10 years or 5 years.
Yeah.
Today we know it's the lowest the taxes have ever been in the United States.
Wow.
Ever.
Wow.
So we have to plan for that. But let's say there's a bonus. Let's say it's 30%. There's some out there. And you have some money, and if you converted all of it, you would be in the 30% bracket. Let this company pay the tax with the bonus.
Right.
So you don't get a bonus, but you don't have to pay the tax ever again. And now the money's growing, and as you start living on the money later, all of it is tax-free, the money and the gains.
Wow.
There's no greater way to have income for life than tax-free, because you don't know the taxes later. And sometimes, like my personal situation, my husband and I, we converted over 5 years the IRAs to the Roth. So it took a little time. Sometimes people can do it all right away. But it is going to change the tax bracket. It is going to affect your IRMA. So we have to be very careful.
Right.
And we have software to help understand that. And we work with CPAs and other professionals to make sure that the other things they know about you, that we're working together. This is a team. I'm not a CPA, but I can help with a conversion. But we want to involve a professional CPA, tax advisor. Very important.
Yes.
Because we don't want to put somebody in a bad spot.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. As always, I learned so much from you. I hate to say we've run out of time for this time, but thank you so much for being here. I know. I always want to have more time with Elise. Before we go, I want to encourage you at home to reach out to Elise. As you can hear, this is a very complex world, annuities alone, let alone the entire financial world, and even retirement planning alone is a very complex category. It's not about choosing the one perfect vehicle. It's about layering and building the right plan to make sure that you have everything that you need going forward. You won't have to worry about your retirement years. Give Elise and her team a call at 888-526-4184, or you can scan that QR code that you see on your screen. Thank you so much for joining us on the Annuity Show. I can't wait to see you next time.